After watching this game, I got one question and one question only. What time does Bama play on Saturday? What's good, I'm Shellitronnn, but you can call me Coach, and I'm back at it again with a brand new video. I'm gonna keep it a bold biscuit. After watching this game against the Bucs, we're gonna start asking a lot of very serious questions about everyone. I mean, where do I start? Where do I start? Is it Cam? Coach Rivera? Marty Herney? It's not Marty. I can't say it's Marty. Is it Norv? Who is it? If you watch this game, you know that there is a lot of blame to go around, and it's very hard to... How do I dole out the percentages? Cam did not look good today. Alright? Cam did not look good. The throws were bad. There was some underthrows. There were overthrows. Throws behind wide open receivers with not even dudes within 10-15 feet of them. Lots of green in front of them, behind them, everywhere. Throwing behind these guys. Now, it's kind of hard to say. Some of these throws were on Cam. Some of those throws were on Darrell Williams, who did injure his leg last year, was out the whole year. He played right tackle, was an all-pro right tackle. Now he's playing left tackle, and a dude I've never even heard of. Okay? Shaquille Barrett. 3 sacks in one drive against Darrell Williams. And that doesn't even count all the QB hits, the pressures. This man was having lunch with Cam Newton in the backfield. And it happened so often that when I'm thinking about it, I'm like, okay, maybe it was mostly on Darrell Williams, but the clean pocket bad passes happen so often. I'm thinking to myself, look, it really could have just been Cam. I mean, it's hard to really say whose fault it was. It's not just one person's fault, but there is no question at this moment right here that we need to start questioning exactly what is Cam healthy? Is it his arm? Is it his head? Is it his throwing motion? What is it? Now, when I put that video out a couple days ago where I asked the question, just how healthy is Cam? And does he not trust his receivers? Is it the play calling? What's going on? I had people in the comments tell me it was, someone said it was hoopla. I had someone tell me I had no idea what football was because Cam was throwing it short just like Tom Brady. Ignoring, we all know Tom Brady does throw checkdowns a lot, but ignoring that Tom Brady also throws deep, and that happened to be the only example everyone went to. No one talked about Dak Prescott his first 2 years. No one talked about Alex Smith being a checkdown master. Kirk Cousins kind of was for a little bit, but everyone always goes straight to Tom Brady. Can we just admit, this between you and me, that Cam is not Tom Brady? Just blink twice if you acknowledge that Cam and Tom Brady aren't really exactly on the same level skill-wise in the National Football League. I don't want to get into a situation where I'm trying to compare the two because this isn't what this video is about. This video is about losing to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 20-14. Now check this out. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who lost to the San Francisco 49ers, a game where Jameis Winston threw 3 picks, 2 pick sixes, had, 3 fumbles? None of them lost, and almost threw 2 more picks. They lost to that team. We could only score 14 points against those dudes, and when you hear 14 points, if you didn't watch the game, you think to yourself, okay, it was maybe a 2 touchdown, 2 field goal game to a 2 touchdown game, 20-14. That sounds all right. No, it doesn't. The Bucs got 2 touchdowns. We had 4 field goals and a safety. The Panthers, 4 field goals and a safety. We can talk about all these other things, the rush yards, pass yards. We'll get to that later. Third down efficiency. The Bucs, the team we just lost to, the team that this team just lost to that team. The Bucs were 2 for 12 on third down. The Panthers were 3 for 14 and 0 for 3 on fourth down conversions. I am actually out of my mind right now. What were we doing? The first fourth down conversion, we had Cam diving for the line to gain, but it was raining so hard and there was so much lightning going on that the other cameramen on the field could not actually be on the field and man their cameras. We had the little cable cameras that kind of give you the idea like it's a drone flying around the stadium getting these shots. There were no really good shots of the angle, so we really couldn't we couldn't see anything. And also keep in mind that it was raining so hard and there's so much lightning. 5 minutes to the game, or was it 7 minutes to the game? We had to have a rain delay that lasted like 25 minutes. That was annoying. I mean, that's just a kind of a way to get rid of the momentum of a game. We were kind of going all right. Our first 7 plays, 5 went to Christian McCaffrey. That's a big stat for you. But, I mean, overall, that's not the reason why we lost the game. That's not the reason why we lost this game. And I want to go over some of the things, some of the bigger plays, some of the things I noticed in this game. But it's so hard for me to actually focus on these singular plays when there's just so much of a bigger picture to get to the play calling. Late in the first half, we had some very, very, very strange play calling. We had opportunities to score. I don't want to get into the whole missed opportunities. I used that phrase a couple times in my last video talking about the Rams. I can't do it again. And at a certain point, it's not missed opportunities. It is poor coaching and poor play on the field. Now, for y'all who've been watching my channel for a while now, you know I have not blamed the coaches. I don't blame Cam all that much. I try to contextualize and say, they played bad, or there's a bad play call here or whatever. But, you can think about it this way. Or when you see what's on the field, you can probably see what the thought process was. I can't do it today. I can't do it today. Cam looked bad. The Bucs realized that, wait a second, we can just stop Christian McCaffrey and then we win. And that sounds bad, but I don't think you understand what it means. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yes, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers treated us and Cam like he was Dak Prescott with Zeke. That's what just happened this game. They said, we're going to stop Christian and make Cam be a quarterback. Christian McCaffrey, 16 carries, 37 yards on the ground, long of 10. Christian McCaffrey, 2 catches, 16 yards. What do you want? What do you want? I said it last time. I said all you have to do, double team Christian McCaffrey, triple team if you got to, put 10 men on Christian McCaffrey and have 1 dude out in coverage. Make Cam Newton make a read, make him make a pass, and I hate saying this, bro. I hate saying it, but it's just simple facts right now. Greg was our leading receiver, 6 catches for 110 yards. I don't have questions about him. Skill-wise, I have questions about how long he can last, but as long as he's doing what he's doing right now, any amount of time we get out of Greg is useful. Then we had Curtis Samuel, 5 for 91. DJ Moore had 9 for 89. I mean, those 3 almost all combined for 300 yards. You think, Cam went 25 for 51, 333 yards, bro. Less than 50%. He threw 49% in this game. I actually didn't even realize he threw 50 passes. That's kind of ridiculous to me, but we really didn't need him since they were, the Bucs said we're going to stop Christian, and they stopped. I said it before in a video I did just 3 days ago. I asked the question, are we using Christian McCaffrey too much? And if we are, teams are going to start to realize, all you have to do was stop this man. And they did. And we got what we got here. And if you look on the other side of the ball, we see Jameis Winston go 16 for 25, 208 yards, and a touchdown. 16 of 25. That's like 67%. Maybe a little bit lower than 67%, around 65, 64%. This man, Jameis Winston, was getting surgical. Only 25 pass attempts, but I feel like just about every time Jameis threw the ball, it looked good. Jameis actually had some really good passes to Godwin. He had some deep passes to Mike Evans. We saw Cam throw a deep pass or 2. He had about 2 or 3 really good deep passes, but it wasn't about the deep passes. It wasn't about where they were at in the field. It was about decision making and about him throwing into some really, really weird windows. But getting off Cam for a minute, these refs were really, really weird this game, man. I don't know what to say about it. We had one play where there was obviously some sort of defensive penalty, right? It was an issue between whether it was illegal contact or defensive pass interference, and technically, it wasn't defensive pass interference. You can't challenge or review illegal contact. So after we used a challenge flag on that call, we got hit with a loophole. Kind of like last week with the whole, it was a catch, but maybe a fumble. Actually, it hit the ground, but let's talk about what the ground actually is. It was a long, arduous process. And then later on that same drive, we had a third down play where DJ catches a slant, and I'm not going to lie to you, he was short. There's no way he crossed the line to gain, and we saw the ref place the ball. He looked at where the ball was, and he said, Yeah, it's about here. We got a really, really lucky break. It looked like a makeup call, and then very, very soon after, there was a weird face mask call that lasted longer than the rain delay. I promise you, what was going on? These dudes took 15 minutes to determine it was a face mask. It was like, well, it was a face mask, but actually, it wasn't a face mask because it happened before the throw. So it's actually a defensive pass interference. I'm glad they got the call right, but I feel like it could have been done a little bit quicker than it actually was. I did not like much from what I was seeing from these refs tonight. Coach Rivera wasting a timeout on that challenge, which I agree was a little bit weird. You have to go for it. It looked like it was an obvious contact, but getting caught by a loophole, it still falls on you, especially when you lose a timeout. But does that really matter when you can't get a touchdown anyway? But the timeout actually didn't matter because when we got a chance to get a touchdown, nope, we got a fourth down situation where we get 4th and inches, 4th and a half yard. Bruce Arians hit us with a Chris Webber one time for the one time. We are right there. Now, last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, 8 years ago, we would say, Cam Newton, we need half a yard. Do you mind doing what you do? Oh, you're 6'5", 250? I don't know what to say. I was talking to someone, and they said maybe Cam doesn't need to be vegan anymore. I guess Cam has too much lean muscle on him that they don't trust this man, Cameron Newton, built bigger than LeBron James, to just get a half yard. We tried some really weak, lame, stupid trickery play where Cam is pretending to go outside the tight end, but like it's going to be a direct snap to Christian. And that play would have worked if Cam wasn't the one who was still calling the cadence. Shouldn't that have been a silent snap or maybe a clap from Christian McCaffrey? Everyone knew that Cam was not getting the ball. He was outside the tight end with the cadence. Now, he went to the sideline, like, asking, like, yo, what's the play? I don't know. Hey, I can't hear you in my headset. Like, that's something. That you see that in high school sometimes. You see that happen in college maybe. But that would make a lot more sense than Cam calling the cadence from outside the tight end. Like, he made no kind of fake to even pretend he was coming back under the center. Everyone knew was going to Christian McCaffrey. And then this half-hearted fake. Was that Jarius Wright or was that Curtis Samuel? I think it was Curtis Samuel. This half-hearted fake Christian did. All game, the Bucs have been keying on you. They're not going to get caught by a fake. Either give them the ball or start your run immediately. No one is freezing up, bro. They're keying on you no matter what. I promise you, those dudes' one job was looking at Christian McCaffrey and Christian McCaffrey only. We need to have some really fake direct snap with Cam out on Jupiter and Christian McCaffrey pretending with the acting skills of, I don't even know, like a Lindsay Lohan. I was not convinced, brother. I knew. I was like, bro, Christian, you are not handing that ball off. Nah, son, this ain't gonna happen, bro. And everyone knew it. But even bigger than that, why was that the play call? I can't get mad at the execution. Christian did the play that the coach called him. But who called him? Was that Ron? Was that Norv? Which one of y'all called that play in? One of them I've never been a guy to talk about coach getting fired. I've never been a guy to talk about Cam not being here. But I gotta find out when the next Bama game is. I need to find something out. I gotta see something. Hey, there's a dude in Clemson right now doing some work. I don't know, bro. I gotta find out what's happening, bro. We lost to the Bucs. Thursday night football. Jameis had a 12-game away losing streak. Going back to 2016, when the Chargers were still in San Diego. 2016, it is September 12th or 13th, 2019. This man, Jameis, has not won a game on an away field that he started since 2016. Oh yeah, and over the last 10 games, Coach Rivera's 1-9. Coach Rivera's 1-9. Now, we know Cam was injured. But were there not a lot of those games after that Pittsburgh game that we could have won? You tell me. How should I feel? People call me ridiculous. I heard a lot of things. When I started questioning Cam's decision making, questioning his arm, questioning the play calling, questioning whether or not we had other guys that we trusted. Now, that question was kind of answered. We Greg, we saw Curtis, we saw DJ Moore put in work today. I think Christian McCaffrey was on the field every single play again. Let me see. Rushing. Christian McCaffrey 16, Curtis Samuel 1, Cam Newton 2. I don't think I heard Reggie Bonifant or Jordan Scarlett's name called once this year. Why even keep these dudes? Why even have backup running backs? Why keep 3? We could have kept Terry Godwin. Why are both these guys on the active roster if we're not gonna? I don't get it, bro. I asked questions and people said I was being a little negative. People said I'm getting off that. Look, something's gotta happen. Are we trying to win this season? Are we really? These last 2 games, we did not show any kind of belief. It looked like only the special teams look good. Joey Sly is good. Mike Pilardi's good. No question about those dudes. Colin Jones. But everyone else, Luke did good. Brian Burns is a monster. I can't get mad at the defense, bro. The defense put in work. There were some times we got burned. No, wait, hold on. No. Hold on. Before I get off that, Dante Jackson does not like to tackle. Bro, Dante Jackson will not wrap up in his tackles. I notice it time and time again. This dude is going down with his shoulder. There is not a single, even a molecule, a centimeter, the smallest measurement in the periodic table. This dude has no desire to wrap up with any kind of textbook, any kind of form, any kind of technique. This dude, Dante Jackson, who was it? It was Barber, I think. It was Peyton Barber get a free touchdown because he is scared to wrap up. He lowers the shoulder. That's the kind of thing that got Trey Boston cut 2-3 years ago. Trey Boston was whiffing on tackles. That's the kind of thing that got him cut. And y'all hey, coaches, other players, people were telling Dante he's making mistakes last year. You saw it in All or Nothing this summer. Dante was not taking any advice, and Dante was messing up. He had some good numbers, but you have to admit he was messing up a little bit here and there last year. I can't say a little bit, but the numbers really did hide what was happening on the field. And what I've been seeing for a while is he's not really making the kind of strides you would have really hoped for. And I was also called a hater and a lot of other things when I questioned Dante. And we're seeing some things that are proving maybe the coaching staff, maybe his teammates, maybe what we saw during all those All or Nothing clips in that one episode, maybe there's a small amount of credence to it, and we don't have to blindly be. It's okay to be a fan. I'm a fan, and I get kind of, I don't always see, objectively on some things. But when you see things happening, you can't just close your eyes and cover your ears and say la 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 and pretend it's not happening. When something's happening, acknowledge it. It does no one any favors to say it's not happening. You're not a bigger fan for ignoring something. Call out the good things. When the good things happen, celebrate. But when you see bad things, you have to say something. Or at least not ignore it. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm off it, bro. I don't know what to say. This is a bad game all around. 20-14. It looks like a close game. It was never a close game. Trash game. Defense did all right. I don't know what to say, man. Cam, something's gotta happen. I got another video for y'all tomorrow, man. I got a lot to say. And I'm already going way over in this video, man. What are your thoughts? What do you see in this game, man? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. Hey, go off. I need to hear it all. Let me know everything you thought about this game. Disgusting, bro. You already know to do that like button.
Cheers to you, appreciate the chance. Been told y'all I been the man. Been told y'all I had the gift. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Real ones gonna recommend. Count this as another win.